Yo, what it is, what it ain't, what it will be. Welcome back to the Who's Next Music Show. I'm your host, Uncle Mike. Thank y'all so much for coming back, y'all. Like I always say, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for sending me all the new music y'all been sending me, for all the conversations we've been having in the DMs. Man, like we're a family, G. Like we cousins, like I tell y'all all the time. I'm going to share your music. I'm going to tell my people about it. I'm going to just keep spreading the word about everything that y'all tell me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all so much for all the conversations we've been having, for all the new followers. What up? What's happening? Welcome to the Who's Next Music Show. I'm your boy, Uncle Mikey, your player partner. Nigga, what's happening? You dig me?
Okay.
So thank y'all so much for coming back to the Who's Next Music Show. This is episode 90. I have a very special guest. She is a lady that I have been looking at, revering, and almost studying for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Study.
She is very important to our culture. She wears a lot of hats that a lot of people don't know about. So today we're just going to get to know her better. And we are going to tap into her brain just a little bit. So all my cousins, I would like to introduce y'all to Miss Bior Truth.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming out.
It's been a long time coming, so
Has
we
been
finally
a long
made it
time
happen.
coming. It has.
Thank you.
So y'all, Bior, aka Brittany Nicole.
Okay.
She is, I'm gonna just go down the list of things she got going right now, y'all. She is an interview host, a culture shifter, a creator. She is the creator of the podcast, Two Ways to Say It. She is a published author. She is a radio personality. And the list goes on and on and on. Like I said before, y'all, she really one of them ones. So if y'all really got something going on, any type of motion, definitely tap in to what she has going. You know, she's a very personable person. You can get in contact with her. She talk back. She not uppity. She not snooty. None of that.
I can't be. No, I'm joking.
So, Bior, let me ask you, for the people who don't know, what's going on with you, who is Bior Truth, and tell these folks what you do.
So you said Brittany Nicole is my real name. Bior Truth is who I am. As far as just who I am, I would say number one priority, I'm a mom. I'm a mother. I have two beautiful children, a girl and a boy. One is out of the house already and on to live his life. He's engaged, and I have a daughter that's 11. So that's my number one, like just being an adult mom, being a person that they can look at and not just hear me, but see me. The second thing I would say is, I'm a lover. I'm a family girl. I love my family. Then after that, I'm a published author. I have two books. One is called Daddy Issues. The other one is called He's Wasting Your Time, Sis. And those are both on Amazon. I'm also a podcast host of Two Ways to Say It. And I have a platform called Unfiltered Truth, a platform for the females, the female artists, female, influencers and female brand ambassadors and owners of businesses. So I got a little safe space for the females to come and get a little bit behind the scenes of their story, behind the headlines, behind the brands, who they are as a woman, just from a woman to woman perspective, where it may be a little bit, sometimes I feel like men may not interview women a certain way, just because they're just kind of cautious of certain things. So I feel like it's a place where they can come and just be themselves. What else? I'm a mortgage broker. I work for one of the biggest mortgage companies in the country. That is my daytime corporate life.
Come on now, pop it.
That is what I do. That's my life. Obviously, I spend 12 hours a day doing that. So for the most part, I work just like everybody else, try to make a living for my family. But outside, when I leave that building, is when, to me, I turn into the person, the Bior, where I get to live in my passion. And for me, my passion has always been females, cultivating a community of women, healing, accountability, and just figuring out how to navigate through life, good or bad. That's who I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
We need more uplifting, educated women such as yourself, giving a safe space for women to speak, to to say their piece. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
women don't feel safe saying their piece, whether they feel they're too intellectual for the conversation or they feel like they're not too intellectual,
Right.
whether don't make enough money or they do make enough money.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to you for being a liaison between all of those different worlds, between womanhood,
Mm-hmm.
and that's true.
Yeah.
That's super cool,
Absolutely.
Bior.
Absolutely. Thank
That's
you.
really cool. Shout out to you. So Bior, I'm gonna go backwards a little bit. Tell these people who don't know much about you. This is gonna be an interview where we get to know you.
Okay.
You
Let
know
me
what
sit
I'm
back a
saying?
little bit.
So where are you from? Let's start off there.
So I'm originally, my family's from East Texas. I'm from Tyler.
Tyler. Okay.
And then I went to Seattle when I was like 3 or 4. So I was raised in Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
So I consider myself to be a Texan, but a huge core of me is a Northwestern girl. I came back when I was 16, 17 years old to Texas, and I've been back ever since. So I consider myself a Texan, but there is some pieces of me that definitely Seattle still has the woman I be. Really, if you think about it, 3 years old, 4 years old to 16, you're kind of developing who you are.
Yes.
So I think the core of who I am is probably more a little Northwestern, a little vibe. But I'm a Texas girl at heart. I love the Southern hospitality, and I think I have a lot of Southern ways. So that's where I'm from, where I was raised, and now I'm here. Been here ever since, and been in Dallas since 2003.
2003.
In Dallas, yeah.
So what about your childhood? How was your childhood growing up? Was it difficult? Was it pretty sweet? Was it some would say a silver spoon? Like how was
Mm.
your childhood growing up?
My childhood was. I really don't talk about it a lot because it was really good.
Okay.
But bad. It's weird. So my mom was a single mother.
Okay.
She found her father, which is why we went to Seattle. My grandfather lived in Seattle. So my mom was in Dallas. She found him and decided to relocate and live up there. My granddad was very successful. He was rich, owned a bunch of casinos, clubs, different things. And that's what we lived with my whole life. So I grew up very spoiled. But he was into the streets. So I grew up in a very like rich ghetto fabulous, I'll say, life. You know what I mean? Like I hung in the hood.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the streets. I enjoyed the like all my friends were maybe had less. I didn't hang around rich kids or you know what I mean? I was always in the mix. Imagine I guess in Dallas being a kid that lives in, West Lake or South Lake, but want to go to Oak Cliff every day type of thing. You try to just, he always kept me in the meat of like the culture.
So you were a modern day Nuna.
Yes. Like a Nuna, but I didn't lie about it. Everybody knew, but it just, nobody cared. People just, I was just always down to earth and everybody in the city knew who he was because of different things that he did. So, that was my life, honestly. At 14, I started rapping. And my first rap concert tour was with Cash Money and Rough Riders.
Snap!
Yeah, in '99. So like I started rapping like I guess an opening act for them. Trina, Ludacris, Ja Rule, Snoop, Bow Wow. Like I had a pretty solid, dope childhood.
That is awesome.
I did. And then when I turned 16, 17, I moved to Texas. And once I moved back to Texas, my granddad is one of those people like once you're cut off, you're like cut off type of thing. He's like, once you be grown, you're grown. And so once you, I called him and he was like, are you having sex? And I'm like, yes, I got a boyfriend. And he's like, okay, no problem. We'll just make sure you can do what I can do. Bye. And that was the last, like cutoff game crazy. Like his cutoff game was impeccable. So that's just how I grew up. I loved my life. It was some rough moments, I think, not on the money side, but on just other things. I didn't have a father, didn't know who my dad was, never met him. Up until I turned 16. So there was some missing pieces there. My mom was a very solid spiritual woman in the church choir, sang, was a cowboy cheerleader, Seahawks
Shout
cheerleader.
Out to mom.
Yeah, like my mom was dope. Is dope, was dope. But there was some missing pieces, like everybody else, So I try not to do the sob story thing, but I had a really dope life. I did.
Absolutely. So, that's a blessing.
Yeah, I did.
That's a blessing. Shout out to your family.
Thank you.
Shout
out to y'all. My granddad.
So let's talk about your podcast, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about it's 2 ways to say it. You host that podcast with another young lady.
Christy
is her name. That was my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Christy, how did you guys meet? And how did you guys formulate this intriguing podcast that we've been talking about?
So Christy and I have been friends since 2010. We met as bank tellers. We started in
Okay.
banking together
I
as
can
as
see
tellers,
that.
and she trained me. And she was just such a patient person, and I'm so not. And so I always just admired her selflessness because she wasn't a trainer; she was a teller. But she just was good at what she did, and I'm just like, I need to learn, And she's like, I got you, and she just, I mean, very hands on, very very patient, and she just became one of my. I was going through a really bad relationship at the time, and she was just there in a way that I had never seen a friend be there before.
Mm.
And I just hadn't seen somebody like friend like her. And I was like, I don't know a friend like that. And so it could have been the race thing where, they just love different. I just think white people are like different when it comes to how they show up for people in spaces. Sometimes we're not like that all the time. And so that's how we started our friendship. I slept on her couch. She helped me pack and leave my baby's dad in the middle of the night. She went and got boxes with me at Walmart at 4 in the morning. Like, she's just a
Mm.
dope girl.
Yeah.
And we've always just been friends since. And she's one of the closest friends to me right now. And we both had always been friends, but never realized we never had talked about our dads before. So we were always best friends, but I never knew her story that her mother was a single mom and that her dad left as well. And so it was just things that we started to realize we had in common when we were talking about dating. And
Mm.
we were like, what is it like? Where we're beautiful women, we're career driven, we're successful, we're good. Like, what is wrong with us? Like, why are we keep like failing in these relationships? And we were like, I was like, I think it's just the men we choose. And I was like, well, why, like how are we choosing them then? And that's when we kind of started thinking about the book because we both were like daddy issues. And I was like, girl,
Mm.
we need to write a book. And she was like, you want to? And she lived like a block from me. I would walk to her house and we start writing. And we wrote a 10-chapter book called Daddy Issues. And I was like, pass the tissue. And I was like, because the shit, we were crying, it was like, it was hard. And so the more we would try to write the book, the longer our conversations, we would grab wine and food. And now we're just for hours talking about the books that were, the thing we're putting together. And we're like, it's a podcast. Like how many girls have gone through what we're dealing with. If we're 40 and dealing with it, I know there's a 20-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 30-year-old trying to figure out why they're choosing men or why they look at love a certain way and they don't realize what it is.
Mm.
So that's how the podcast, and we both have the same, she always says, we have the same point of view, but you just care, like, she cares how it lands. So she says things in such a nicer way. She's like, you just say it and you don't have a filter. And I'm like, I'm just unfiltered. Like when it comes to like, I don't know how to sugarcoat what I'm saying. If I mean it, that's just what I'm gonna say. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
Christy's gonna like process it and then be like, well, maybe she just means this. So I was like, well, it's two ways to say it. And then we're like, okay, that's it.
I
Like
love that.
same situation, same mindset, but
Mm.
just two different opinions.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And that's hella dope. That's dope. I
Yep.
love that because this comes from two different women,
Mm-hmm.
two different races,
Mm-hmm.
and the way that you was raised is obviously different from the way that she was
Right.
raised. And both of y'all are saying the same thing, but in retrospect, it's the right way to say it. It's just two different ways to say it.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
You know how many women, you know how many friend groups would benefit just from listening to y'all conversation?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we be going back and forth. She's like, we just have, and we have different views too as well, because she always gives people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I'm the opposite.
Okay.
I'm going in with like,
Cut
what
it.
you want? Like what they
Yeah.
what they want,
Yeah.
and she's the total like they're just here. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody just here. Like somebody wants, you know what I'm saying? So we do have different opinions in that space where I'm just more the tougher, the harder code to crack. And she's more like loving and will give her last up front. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that, Christy. Like we're not doing that, So we banter back and forth.
And she needs you. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
need
As much
her.
as you need her. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful part of
Yeah.
humanity.
Yeah, it is.
So
It is.
shout out to you and
Yeah.
Christy, right?
Yeah, Christy. Mhm.
Shout out to you and Christy. Y'all doing y'all
Thank
thing.
you.
That's tough. So with that being said, I would like to ask you a question. What has been the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome within this, I guess within your industry, I was going to say this industry because I was going to incorporate music in that.
Music is in it. It's culture. I call it all the same.
Okay.
Media, just a pivot.
Let's do that.
The hardest thing, the hardest obstacle.
Hardest obstacle. Yes, ma'am.
I would just say, when I was doing music, the hardest obstacle were the men. Most women in these spaces are willing to do whatever to get where they want to be.
Yeah.
And most men with power understand that and they know that. So the hardest thing to do is to show up in rooms with men with their ego out and mine is out too. And I don't want to sleep with them. Not saying that every man wants to sleep with me, but what I'm saying is it's the dangle that I'm not that girl. And so it's just never been like that for me. And I tell people all the time, like I could have made it back when I was 16, 17. I've been around everybody. And I just never wanted anything in life that bad because I came from wealth. So it wasn't much you can do to impress me or be like, I can do this for you. It's like, okay, I got somebody. I mean, like, what can you really do that I haven't seen done? So success for me wasn't never about money because I just wanted, I love to perform. I love the microphone. I love just the crowd. It was the energy. It wasn't about like how much would the check be. So when I seen what it took to be where I wanted to be, I just stepped away. That was it. So yeah, I would say that. And the obstacle for me now is just getting out my own way and realizing what to say no to.
Okay.
Instead of accepting it. You see on my bio, I do this. Like, okay, some things can't, be done. But in a perfect world, in your mind, you can.
In your mind, exactly. In your mind, you absolutely can.
So,
and shout out to you too for elaborating on that because, and it does suck in this industry that we're in. A lot of men and women take a position of power for granted, and they feel like they can manipulate a lesser artist, a lesser act, so to speak, into whatever they want to, and that's not right. I got a message the other day from a former guest of mine who simply thanked our platform for not trying anything with her. Because she said it's been other places, and not platforms per se, but she's been into other places, and they think just because she's a female and they're male that she's gonna, excuse my language, but fuck for this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And she was just like, I just thank y'all that y'all weren't like that.
That's big of you.
Not.
That's big of you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's sad that people even have to thank people. It's like, damn, like, is it that popular? Yes.
And that was my response.
Which is why I did the platform. I'm like, you know what? I want a place where girls can come and do a mic drop and get dope, talk, and I don't want nothing from you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Response. I was like, is it that bad that you thank me? She's like, you have no idea. And I was like, dude, like, men, we need to do better at not, forcing ourselves upon women and XYZ. And she was like, it's not the men. Sometimes it's the woman. And I was like, Lord Jesus.
Everybody's on a power trip.
Yeah, it's so much to it.
Yep.
And I hate that our industry is such a beautiful.
It's not just our industry.
Well, music industry.
No, it's every industry. I deal with in corporate.
Oof.
It's not. It's not. And I think a lot of times we believe that things are culture related or music industry or like, no, this is in media spaces, in music spaces, in corporate spaces, in everything that I've ever done. There's always somebody that's going to flex or that's going to say, what are you willing to do? And as the money gets bigger, the conversation gets more transparent, and they have more leverage. And they know people will do whatever to get where they want to be.
I guess you're right. You are right.
Doesn't change.
I do see it like
you've seen the
corporate
CEOs with assistants don't know how to assist.
Yeah. Absolutely. That makes sense. Yeah, man. We have, I speak on our culture because that's the culture that I normally follow and the only culture that I even indulge in. I can't really speak for nobody else's culture. Right. I just hate that it happens in our culture.
Yeah,
I just wish And I also wish I had $1 trillion.
Yeah.
But I wish that that wasn't a thing in our culture
Mm.
where men and women can thrive without doing X, Y, and Z.
Mm.
And if that's what you're doing, then that's y'all folks' business. But I just wish that that wasn't the case.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. But for each his own. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got a question from the back.
Yes, sir. This question is for Miss Bior. How you doing, Miss Bior?
How are
Doing
you?
great. I got a question. With all that's going on, and you think about your daddy growing up and stuff like that, how does emotional intelligence play a role in your everyday life
Mm.
when you interact with people, when you talk about, you know, relationships or trying to, find a partner, a friend, or something like that? How does your emotional intelligence play a role in everyday life for you? I speak
Uh,
on this a lot. You probably want to talk about it on your show with.
yeah, that's a good question. Emotional intelligence is something that I had to learn, and I'm not gonna lie, recently. And I am a very emotional. No, I'm not gonna say I'm emotional. I speak. I had to learn that everything isn't meant to be spoke on at that moment. And for me, I've always been a very much like take things head on. Anything, any challenge, whether it was a boss, whether it was, at work, a client, I'm very much like, I'm addressing it now because it happened now. And I learned that some things need to just sit. And some things need to, and it's nothing wrong with feeling how you feel, but you have to take yourself, for to me, I take moments now to ask myself, what am I feeling?
Mm.
Like, what is this? Is this jealousy? Is this hatred? Is this vulnerability? Like, what, before I respond, like, what is this? Because a lot of times, especially as women, we don't know what we're feeling. We're just spewing. You know what I'm saying? Or we're just doing because this is just, I'm reacting out of this space of either mad or hurt or whatever, or betrayal or whatever it may be. So for me, in business is especially in business and corporate, I had to learn that. I had a boss tell me that one time. He's like, I want you to know that in this moment your opinion doesn't matter.
Mm.
And it was the hardest thing, but I'm in a boardroom with people where my opinion doesn't matter, and it's the truth. I just happen to have a boss, and I consider him one of my mentors, and he's a black guy, and he's 60, 70, almost 70 years old. So I always call him Unc, but he's my big boss, and we walked to the meeting. He said, listen, I want to tell you something. And I knew in that moment he was talking to me. I looked at him almost like a dad figure at that point. And he's like, your opinion doesn't matter in there. And I want you to know that before someone else shows you that in a different
Oh.
way.
Oh.
And since then, it's like I finally started to like, oh, and then person be like, you let him say that. Like I knew it wasn't coming from a ugly place. It was a place of either you can figure out how to control your emotions because what you said wasn't wrong, but you said it in a moment where you were offended, which means is you should have yielded it until it wasn't the time. And I had to learn that it could cost you your job. It can cost you opportunity because they feel like you're not controlled, you're not composed, you don't know how to. Which is why I think a lot of people like we didn't want a female president. It's like, oh well, I mean, they're not emotionally intelligent. Typically, women we go and we don't rationalize very well. Typically, so that's for me. That's how I navigate. I take some time. I digress. I wait, and I really do not address issues anymore head on until
That's
I'm ready.
that's why I asked the question, because the way you say how Christy, your co-host, responds to situations, how you respond to
Mm-hmm.
situations, and I know when you're emotionally aware,
Mm-hmm.
it helps you to balance out feelings with logic before taking action.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's what made me ask you the question.
Absolutely.
Ask you.
Yeah.
You say she responds to try to. I can't remember exactly
She cares how it lands.
how it lands.
Yeah, I still don't care though.
You
After even after the emotional intelligence part, I just take my emotions at it, but I still don't know how to. I call it in corporate. We call it the bullshit sandwich. I don't know how to tell you that you're doing great, but by the way, we're cutting your compensation in half. But by the way, we're gonna keep like I don't know how to do that. My thing is we're cutting the compensation, and that's what's happening right now. We're not all the other stuff. You're just trying to make me feel better, and I'm not a feel better girl. Like just I treat people the way I want to be treated. I don't like fluff. So even when I'm in my state of like no emotion, I still stay it exactly how I feel, unfortunately.
As
So
you should.
I'm working on it, but it lands how it lands sometimes.
I get it.
It's unfortunate. But I'm a really nice girl. I am. I promise. I promise I'm not mean.
No, you're very nice. You're
Yeah,
very
I'm just
nice.
not. I just don't know how to filter out and like, oh, how would they feel if I say it that way? It's like it just takes too much. Like I'm like,
get it.
even if I say it nice, you're gonna think I'm being funny
I
or
get it.
sarcastic. So
You're
I'm like,
wrong.
exactly.
I get it.
I'm like, let me just say it how I feel. That way we ain't got no confusion.
I get it. What's one misconception that people have about independent artists? And I'm gonna exclude you.
Okay. I don't know. That's a tough one. A misconception. I don't know what conception people have about independent artists because, or that they're broke. Like they don't have, because they're independent, they don't have because you don't see them on the covers.
Yeah.
And the this and the that, you feel like they're not being successful. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's sometimes people will confuse attention and publicity with production and fame and like like success. When this person, let's just say Glorilla, could be on the cover of every magazine because they're pouring millions, right?
Yeah,
but she's going millions in debt as they pour, right?
Yeah.
But then you have another artist that may just be budgeting out using their regular career, getting some investors, whatever. That's selling his own tickets, doing his own concerts, putting on his own shows. You would confuse his success with someone else's because it doesn't look the same. So there are independent artists that make more money than signed rappers. There's independent artists that have more fan base, that do more streams. So sometimes because someone's independent may just mean they have a different ladder they're climbing. I'll say that.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It's mind blowing that neither one of us can think of the artist.
What is that man's name? Because I got a friend that loves him.
I love him, and I want to call him DeRosa, baby, but it's not DeRosa. I see a picture of him.
Like, Dallas.
Yeah, I see a picture of him.
Damn, I can't think of his name. Yeah, funny.
And I've talked about him 1,500 times on the show.
But y'all know who we're talking about. He just signed Rock Nation. Everybody said he sold out. But anyway,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a long time coming, though. He'd been doing this thing for a long time, and I appreciate everything he did and what he's doing. I would love to go on one of his shows. Mm-hmm. I ain't lying. So I see you're big into music. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about music. Let me put these cards down. Let's talk about music a little bit. This is a music show.
Okay.
I saw you at the Dero and Friends, and you was up there. You was lit. You was turned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I loved your vibe. Everything was cool. How do you feel about this Dallas music scene that's going on right now?
I love what I think is happening.
Okay.
I love where we're at. I think we have a couple different cliques that are making some moves. We have Johnny D and them from Fort Worth doing their thing. Mm-hmm. You have the new Dallas, and then you have Big X and 600 A&T. Mm-hmm. You still have your core people that was already, Trap Boy Freddy's, and people doing their thing. Then you have the backpack rappers. You got Ty Harris and Hashi Senju. So we have a lot of different things going on. I like that Dallas looks different. It doesn't look like just Boogie. It doesn't look like Murder, Kill. It doesn't look like, it just it looks global. It's starting to look global now, especially seeing the girls on TikTok doing the bend out of Fort Worth. I mean, it's starting to look real good. And I think we're at a really good place right now. I think this is a good year for the city.
Absolutely.
Musically.
I was thinking 2026 is a phenomenal year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know, I think it was TikTok or Instagram just had like a go back to 2016 moment. I think 2026 is going to be one of them moments we're going to go back remember in 2032.
Right.
Like, what was you doing in 2026?
Yeah.
2026, I'm just going to run down the stuff that's happening today.
Okay.
We got, first things first, Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Is one of the biggest icons in our music.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z just did a feature show at the Roots Picnic. Mm-hmm. You know how many people have been dying for Jay-Z to go on tour, to do anything like that, and he just did a feature at the Roots Picnic?
Right.
No knock on the Roots, but you're Jay. You're
right.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Kanye West is selling out countries like global stadiums in countries
Right.
and boosting that country's economy like 300% just because he's in town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's Kanye. Whoever thought that Kanye shows would be bigger and more relevant than Jay's shows? You know what I'm saying? Rihanna decided that she's gonna drop something this year. Pooh Shiesty stuck up Gucci Mane. You know what I'm saying? Gas prices them surged to $4.50 in certain places. 2020, LeBron James is a free agent. God almighty.
He made sure his son got that secure contract first.
It's so much
Smart
going
guy.
on right now. He's super smart. He's super smart. You know what I mean? It's just so, I mean, we're at war daily.
Then we're at war with ourselves.
That as well.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
so
tough. 2026 has been tough.
2026 has been a year.
And it's only July 1st.
It's only halfway through.
Yeah, it's halfway.
Who knew? And rest in peace, the voice of Lilo. She just passed.
Yeah.
From Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
You know, she had a drug addiction and then she had AIDS as well. She passed of AIDS.
Unfortunate.
And rest in peace, her soul. And that's super unfortunate. Who knew?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of stuff going on in 2026 and a lot of stuff I haven't even mentioned.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm just thankful that we're here. You know what I'm saying? And like we're witnessing a lot. You know, Dallas. Dallas is damn near taking over the music industry. And I say that to a lot of my friends in LA, Atlanta, St. Louis, Chicago, New York, Arizona.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dallas, everybody is paying attention to Dallas.
Yep.
Just like every artist that you name, Johnny Damn D, Big X the Plug, 600, everybody, Ty Harris, How She Send You, even the female rappers, it's Tay Money, Big E, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on. Cincy Molly. It's a lot of eyes on Dallas right now.
Absolutely.
And I love that.
It's good. It's big. It's big. It's been a while. It's been, last time was 2010. So it was not just a one-off like the Yella, then a Mo, then a Darrell. It wasn't a one. It's just the last time. 2010 was the last time, or 9, 10, when we had the wave where everybody got deals in Dallas. So it's a good time.
And believe it or not, all that stuff is going on, and FIFA comes in town to Dallas.
Oh yeah, FIFA like, too. Yeah,
FIFA probably won't come back to Dallas in our entire lifetime.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's big too. It feels good. The energy. I'll say that the energy in Dallas feels good. I know we still have the one-offs and the bullshit that goes on, the killings, the murders. You got the YNs that's gonna YN. They're gonna do their thing, but the energy overall feels really good. From the restaurant vibes to the day parties to just like it just feels good right now in Dallas. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a place where it's like, oh, it's boring. It used to be like there's nothing to do, but it's like I see it's some people Dallas is really keeping it a nice mixture of a vibe. So I like it.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, and the stadiums are moving. They're taking the Mavericks to Plano.
Yes.
And then taking the hockey to Frisco. Like it's like what the hell is happening? It's a lot going on. So yeah.
2026 is definitely going to be a year we all look back in. If you're not, and I say all that to say this, if you're not investing in what you're dreaming about right now, in 2032, like we just spoke about, you're gonna wish that in 2026 you took it serious.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So with all that being said, like how's your mental health going? Like how is Brittany? Like how's Brittany going?
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. I try to stay leveled. I don't really have a bunch of highs, a bunch of lows. I try to stay very
even keel.
Okay. And that's just kind of like my personality style. You'll never see me like super lit. And you'll never see me super like somber. You know, I'm just like very like, this is what it is. Like I'm here, you know, and I it's better for me that way because I don't like the emotional roller coasters. So for me, even when things are really good, I still keep the same, like things are good, but things can flip in a second. So let's just keep going. You know, I'm learning to celebrate wins a little bit more. But overall, I'm okay. I mean, I'm just in that mode of building and wanting to just see this all come full circle to where I can kind of X off some things where I can just lock in on the passion and the goal. That's the main thing right now. Perfect. But you gotta do what you gotta do until you can do what you want to do.
Perfect. Trust me, we both work
Mhm.
obviously
Mhm.
jobs, and we would love to just do
Absolutely.
what we're passionate about
Yeah.
doing,
Yeah.
and we got to do what we got to do,
Yeah.
to survive.
Life.
What do you see yourself in the next, I would say, year? What's going on with you in the next year that you're going to change your life from today to next year so that things will be projected in the way that you want them to be changing?
Next year, the year go by so fast. Honestly, it's not gonna go nowhere if I don't find some fucking discipline. I'm
Okay,
being real.
absolutely.
It is. I have all the ambition in the world. I have all the ideas you can think of. I have all the resources one could ask, but I am just horrible on sticking to the script. Just am. Just like, just lack discipline
I,
to do it.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Just to piggyback on you. I want to ask you a question. I'm coming directly at you. Um, confidence, self-confidence, self-motivation, self-determination. How strong and how major is that within you?
Yes,
Now,
mate.
being that I know you have your children,
Uh huh.
and that's motivation within itself.
Hmm.
But for you and you personally, what kickstart that? Not I know the children,
Hmm.
but when it comes back, you're in the music, you're doing all this different stuff, you're working, you're climbing the ladder, you're doing this, but the hustle to have bravery, confidence, charisma, determination, to preserve it to achieve the opportunities you want in life. What motivates you to be you daily?
I think what motivates me the most is knowing
Because you got to work on you. You say you got to work on you. You discipline and all this.
it's that's a good question. My motivation changes a lot of what and that probably is why my mood changes a lot with the discipline. Because there's moments where I'm super inspired and super ready to go, and then that leaves, and then I'm like, I mean, even if I don't do that, I'll still be okay, type of thing. So I think what motivates me the most is knowing. I'll say this: what keeps me going towards success and that like peak is because where I come from.
Hmm.
And I think for most people in our culture, in our community, they've never seen it head on. Like they've never lived, the average person that doesn't get to enjoy life to that extent early. So, like, I mean, like Snoop Dogg, Bow Wow, these people have been to my home,
Hmm.
when I was like a kid and a teenager, like playing the PlayStation with Bow Wow, like just, things that if you tell somebody, they're like, bitch, quit lying. But like that, like was my life. So
Mhm.
when you come from that as a kid, it's like in your head, that the world is yours.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't require what people think it requires. I see my granddad do it. He had no education, no like, so I'm like, this shit can be done.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I think that's what makes me always feel like I'm not, because people are like, why are you just not content with what you have? And I'm like, because this shit ain't shit, but it's not money. It's like just knowing that I'm doing. My granddad got up every morning. He did what he wanted to do. He had his own schedule. He was a boss. He just, his life looked exactly how he wanted it to look. And for me, I like time.
Mhm.
I enjoy my time. And the fact that I have to do a corporate job doesn't bother me because I like what I do. I don't like that somebody can tell me when to do it and how long to do it and do it again. So I'm like, I want my life to look like I want it to look. So that is my motivation, time and freedom to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it and to control the narrative.
Absolutely.
That's great. Last other question. I ain't taking over nothing like
No,
that.
you get.
There's
I
lenses.
got these questions on here.
There,
Good questions.
there's lenses in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's lenses. You got a leadership lens, right? You got a follower lens.
Mm-hmm.
You got a performer lens. You got a victim lens. How do you look at life? When you look at people, you're talking to people, and you're observing people, and they're around you,
Mm-hmm.
and you understand. Well, I don't want this person in my space because she
Mm-hmm.
has a victim lens. She see life as a victim.
Mm-hmm.
I want this person in my space because they got leadership lens that they look outside of.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't want this person in because they got a performer lens because they got one up on me.
Mm-hmm.
Or you got this type of follower lens. They want to do everything you do, but
Mm-hmm.
yet they don't want to lead.
Mm-hmm.
How do you look at yourself? And what lens do you look out up through life?
I look at life through a lens of opportunity. Um, I look at of fulfillment, like of gratitude now. I look at it as like I'll try to figure out why everything. I've always been a connect the dots type of person when I meet people. I always ask in my head, like, what was that encounter about? Even if it was a good encounter or a bad encounter, I always ask myself, like, I feel like you meet people for a reason. Even like the randomest people at a store, like just like random shit. I just be like, what was that encounter for? That was awkward. Like I wonder who that person is supposed to be to me. Or what am I supposed to say to that person? Or why, like everything that's ever happened to me in my life, I can track it back to something, which is so weird. But I can like track it back to a pivotal moment of like, that's why I met him. And this guy that I hated, and her relationship was horrible. But when I was with him, that's when he made me do that. And it's like it all makes sense all the time. So I never like regret people. I don't regret friendship. It's like always like this thing in my mind where I'm trying to connect the dot of like, why is God aligning all of this? So I look at everything as like an opportunity, not an opportunistic statistic way, but in a way of like this encounter was supposed to mean something. And maybe it'll come back 10 years from now and we'll circle back, or it'll come back 3 minutes from now. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I was supposed to do with you. Okay, boom, let's do this. So it's just certain things like that. That's the way I look at, if that makes sense. That's how I kind of look through when I see everybody or when I see the world. I'm just like, okay, this is all planned. This is all ordained.
Mm-hmm.
This is all, I'm here for whatever. So let's see what this is about.
What's one thing that people will be surprised to learn about you? What's something that they don't know about you? I want you to look right there at that camera and say it.
She's an opportunist.
that I'm white. I didn't even mean to, like I'm done. That I'm super soft.
Okay.
I'm really like a marshmallow.
Okay.
And
I could 100% see that.
I'm definitely a brownie, like girl. Like I think my exterior, I think the persona, I think the videos, my delivery comes across like I'm this like, and it's like so far from who I am once you are in. But it's that I have this huge thing of like, you just stay over there. What's this encounter for? What are we doing? Okay. And I leave it there. And it's like once I let you into this space of me, I love really hard. And I'm like, I'm not a lukewarm fence hopper. Like I'm either all the way in or all the way out. Whether it's a friendship, a man, a business move, I'm just like, I go all in. So I try to be very careful about who I go all in with, because I know most people don't measure up, because most people don't love how I love. They don't show up how I show up in my experiences. So I'm very careful now of who sees that side of me. But I'm like, most guys are like, you're just so, you seem mean. I'm like, I'm not mean. Like, it's just like, come on. Like, I just don't have time for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can get past that little rupture, then I'm a sweet girl.
I see you as like such like you're super sweet.
Yeah.
Like I see like your exterior. You
you clearing your throat, or you being funny over there?
I see your exterior being obviously projected for what you want people
to hear,
to see, and their perception of you. But like in reality, like you're such, I can feel your aura that you're super sweet, super, like you said, Like a teddy bear. You know what I'm saying?
A brownie.
Like a brownie. You know
A
what I'm
brownie
saying? It's super, the right man will bring that out like, yo, this little act you put on is cute and all, but reality. Like, let's deal with reality here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You said
saying?
this act. It's not an act. It's definitely me until
exterior.
it's exterior. That's what I'm saying. So it's not like something I intentionally try to like be mean.
For sure.
I just come across a little more harsh, I think, because I'm just like, I hate bullshit.
For sure.
So I'm just more like, let's get to it. Like, what do you want? Like, what are we doing? Type of thing. And yeah.
For sure.
It's tough sometimes.
So what can people expect next from Miss Bior Truth?
Man,
we kind of close on the time.
I know you're good. You have time. You're good. I don't know. You could just expect me to just continue to be me, continue the rants, continue the unfiltered truth.
Yes.
Just like, you know, you can expect me to expand the brand. You can expect to see me a lot more consistent. You can expect to see me on a lot more platforms and being just, you know, not just focusing on one platform or, you know, one social media thing. You just expect to see me out more. I plan on being in more events, more spaces. I want to do some red carpets. I want to get more in shape. Like, it's just a lot of things as a woman. There's so many things you want to do.
Now, when you say you want to do more red carpets, are you talking about hosting?
Like hosting, like interviews, like out, just being out. Like I feel like there's a lot of, I just want to indulge in the culture a little bit more. Outside, interviews, random people, the line at the concert. I just want to start being out more and having some conversations with real people. I think social media is just taking over our lives. And I think there's a way to capture it, but I miss touching people. I miss like, hi, what are you doing? Girl, what you got on? Where you been? Yeah. Like, I just miss those encounters with people. And I don't think people realize how much this shit is like tainting our brains.
Yeah.
To where we don't even see real life anymore.
I'm glad you said that.
So I want to see some real people with real flaws and real makeup smears and real stretch marks and cellulite. It's like, yes, human
real men love a little stretch marks and cellulite, okay? We love it, ladies. Yes. So don't try to hide it. Leave it out there. Grown women, you feel me?
We want to see it. So that's for me. You can expect that. Yeah, just on a business level. Yeah, that's what you can expect from me.
That's dope. Yep. Where can these people find you at? Like, where can they stay tapped in and everything?
So, Bior Truth. It's Bior like Dior, but would it be Bior Truth? On all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, all of that, Facebook, and Two Ways to Say It is the podcast. So Two Ways to Say It is on TikTok as well as YouTube and Instagram. So make sure y'all follow the platform. If you're into reading and you're a book girly or a guy that has a girl daughter, I think all men should read it, especially if you got a crazy woman that you're dealing with. And just try to understand her better, understand how she sees love a little bit different than maybe you see it. You know, I just think we just need more understanding from people. I think we all love each other. And that's why I do the videos that I do. And a lot of, even in my comments, a lot of girls, I get way more girl bashing than I do guys. And they're like, you're a pick me. And I'm just like, oh, I wish I would just kill the term, literally. But anytime you don't agree with what the typical woman on social media would think, you're wanting the guy to choose you in a sense. And I'm like, you can't possibly think I want all these men to choose me, like literally, like in real life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but I get what they're saying. I guess you just want guys to like your page. But at the end of the day, I just always felt like I understood men more than I understood women in a space of relationships. Mm-hmm. I always felt like women were like more delusional and a little more like fairy tale, where it's like, who the hell, like where does that happen at? You know, but so I always wanted to be a voice, not for the men, but from a woman perspective. Sometimes when a woman delivers a message to another woman, it comes off softer than when a man tries to get on there and say it and he's sassy.
I'm gonna tell you all the truth. As a man, I appreciate your videos daily because you don't do nothing but pop it. That's how I found out about you. I was like, who is this woman dead ass telling women the truth about reality, about men? You know what I'm saying? A man said they'll call us sassy. A man said they'll call us XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and to some men, that's triggering. You feel me? Like you call a man out his name, he might pop you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for another woman to say the exact same thing, they can receive it better. You know, that's how I first started following you. And I do admire and I appreciate your messages.
Thank you.
I appreciate your messages.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a culture, we all need to hear them, whether you want to hear them or not.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that you talk about men about, and I'm like,
side eye.
I feel that.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you men ain't gonna like this one, but it's cool because
you
long as you
feel me?
see it, as long as you see it, and some things that people don't want to comment on, and I get that. But I always feel like, and I work in finance, so I deal with men a lot. I deal with men more than women in a finance space of lending. So what I notice is that men, and I realized this literally like a week ago. I said, men don't have a safe space nowhere. Not in finance.
It's okay though.
But it's okay, but is it? Because it's like this is where I think this whole gender war is starting to come into play.
I hate it.
Where we feel like we don't like each other anymore. Because it's like you don't get me and you don't get me. And it's like, yeah, but we both want the same thing.
And I hate gender wars. I hate
but
it.
I think social media is pushing it a little harder.
And I hate social media.
Than what it probably really is. Because there's really men that still love women. And there's women that still appreciate men.
Absolutely.
But when I talk to men about their finances, it's like the conversation is great until we get to like, okay, so let's get into this credit report. Let's get into your decision making. And that requires a man, especially on the phone with a woman, to admit to fault. To say that I have led my family in a fucked up direction. Sheesh. Or I have a gambling addiction. Or I am letting my wife run too much. And she's buying all this shit. I don't even know what's being bought. And so you hear men and you're like, you don't know that y'all have this debt? You don't know that there's a this and that? No. And then you have some men that's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Everything's fine. It's like, no, everything's not fine. But there's not a safe space and they don't feel safe with me. And it's like I have to do so much buttering up to get a man to open up financially. So I'm like, imagine on a personal, and this person's on the phone. They don't even know me. And they don't feel safe having a conversation about their flaws on paper. So imagine a man trying to tell a woman in real life his real flaws. They don't come across well.
And that's why we appreciate you.
It's just, I mean, honestly, but I didn't realize. I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, and I asked my homeboy, I'm like, do you like have a friend that you like talk to about like your business? He's like, what you mean? I'm like your personal business. Like if your girl was cheating or if you was like broke and like about to get evicted, like, do you have a friend you would call? He's like, hell no. I said, but I'm like, I'm a girl. And I'm like, when I was getting put out, I called Christy. I was like, I need somewhere to stay, girl. Like, and it's like, yeah, come rebuild. Come. And she's a single mom and she gets all this, like, she just needs some time. And you have a guy that's like, shit, I'm on my ass. I ain't got nothing. They don't repo my car. I mean, he don't have a safe shit to do. He can't go to somebody and be like, feel sorry for me, dog. Like, they're gonna be like, nigga, how you let your shit get taken? And it's like, well, the same way she let her shit get taken. Like, but it's just, society expects you to show up still. And society does expect women to show up in a different way as well. I feel that on the more home side, though. I still have to show up for my daughter and my son, even when I don't want to show up for myself. And I'm like, damn, I still got to be mom and be a super lady. But make a long story short, I just feel like men just don't have that. So when I started making the videos, it was just a reason. I was just like, damn, like I be feeling sorry for me sometimes. I'll be like, damn. Then I asked my son, he's 20 and he was getting engaged. And I said, I gave him my advice on getting engaged at that age. And then I said, well, do you have any guys that you've called and talked to? He's like, I mean, I talked to so-and-so and I'm like, damn, and this is my kid. Yeah. And he doesn't have a safe space. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm mama trying to tell him something. So I know he ain't gonna listen to me, but it's like, damn, these men don't have nobody. They could just call and be like, dog, I need help. Like
I tell everybody all the time. Like I tell people all the time, no one knows what it's like to be a black man besides other black men. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have any problem with any other races, but no one knows what it's like to be a black man besides another black man.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have my show, to uplift black men, to show positivity, to show the good, you know, safe space to talk. It's not bad. It's not this, man, we go through real life stories just like everyone else, but no one wants to hear a story about a black man. And I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hear stories about other men of other races too.
Right.
People would listen, but a black man understands. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and I mean, there's no like, excuse my language, but it's not like a homosexual talking, nothing
Right,
like
right.
that. You feel me? Just like brother to brother, like, bro, I know what you feel like, bro.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going through the same thing with my old lady, bro. I'm
yeah,
going through these same problems with money issues,
yeah,
bro. I'm going through these same problems with my car messed
yeah.
up. You
But
feel me?
instead, y'all gotta like flex with each other. Like, I got my chain bigger.
Yeah,
My car is
nah.
like.
I ain't no flexer.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
No.
Like, I've never seen men just be like, your girlfriend's tripping too. My girlfriend tripping. Like, I've never. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, damn. When do they get to be vulnerable?
I'm gonna keep it real. Believe it or not, in 2026, I have been seeing that so much more now.
Really?
Where men are actually being okay with expressing, bro, I'm fucked up, my G. I'm fucked up. I need a couple extra dollars, bro. You got some? Bro, I can't fix this. I can't fix X, Y, and Z on my car, on my house. You mind helping me? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that 3 years ago.
No, and that's a race thing too, because our race isn't designed like that. Because even if you look at other successful people, why they say the top 1% of the world keeps all the money is because of the name. It's because of they look out for theirs. They look out for their people, and it's I was laughing about this is I guess this could be off the episode, but I was the Jerry Jones, and I was talking about his suite after the game.
Yeah.
When they always take pictures. I follow his wife and his daughter and all them. And I said they take this big group picture after every game when they win. And it's it's a whole bunch of them in there. And I just looked around in there and I said, you see what it looked like in there, right? And the grandson got married. No, the granddaughter got married. And the man already has a title in the company.
Has a title?
Like he's something at the Cowboy. Like, yeah, he has a job.
Oh.
And I'm like, they look out for even the the ones the Hunts that owns the Kansas City.
Yeah.
Gracie, she's getting married. And her husband is already they're I mean, it's like they fuck with their people. And it's like they don't mind. We're so like standoffish that you won't tell somebody you're fucked up, but you might have a person that can help you. And hey, I got a job opportunity. Or hey, my boss is looking for so and so, and my so and so is looking for so and so. And I got somebody need a roof done. You do roofs, right? Like we so scared to be vulnerable and transparent that we miss out on opportunities. So for me, when I say I look through things through opportunistic side of it, of like I'm not scared to say, you do podcasts too. Wait, so where you do podcasts at? Oh, you do that. Where'd you write your book? Well, who published your book? Like, I'm because why not? How else will I find out if I don't ask?
Absolutely.
So for me, it's just like with that situation, I wish that our culture would be more open to be real. I wish we would be more open to be helpful. We wouldn't charge everybody and sell a package for everything. Let me show you how to be a person. Let me show you how to be a woman.
But it's $4.99.
It's
$499.
It's like, bruh, like, damn, just tell a nigga how to get better. Just tell me.
And that's why we have the Who's Next music show.
Just tell me.
It's a lot of free game.
Thank you. But thank you for having me. I appreciate it. We talking.
No, you good. You good.
And you say that too. And you say it, and I spoke on it a lot too. It's called mental entrapment.
People are mental entrapment.
Poverty.
Poverty is your family.
Oh, for sure.
Say, how can you sit at a table and they're mentally entrapped and they don't want to come up out of that entrapment? So therefore, 70, 65, 70 years have passed. Now your aunties and uncles that you wouldn't mind sitting down at the table with, they gone. So when we're younger, they're not taking your hand and say, okay, this is what I did. Or even when we get of age and understand how this thing of life works, they don't want to listen to you because they feel like they know more than you already. But here you are, you successful, you're making money, you're a millionaire, you did your whole homework and made it to where you at today. They look at like you think you too much.
Don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Maybe I forget shit and don't give a damn. Don't want to. Don't forget it. Why? Because I won't forget you.
And that's okay.
Yeah, like I don't want to remember that.
Bull crap. Yeah. Absolutely.
I know Mr. Hunt and all of them. I know the Rough Rules. I know all of them, right? From my uncle, auntie, they go out, they brought me into that space. I don't speak about it. I was actually talking to her earlier. But you think about the spaces that they're in here, they provide for their own. They give them names, they give them titles. But your own people won't allow you to help to get a title. They won't help you allow your expertise, your knowledge, what you've gained outside of going away from home and bring it back to them. Hey, this is how we educate them. Bring them up to where we at.
Our
They're
ego.
so mentally entrapped.
We're gonna get better, yeah, and we're getting better. We're not going to. We're getting better. We're getting better. Little by little, we're getting better, and I see a culture shift, and we might be, but if it starts with us, then it starts with us.
It does, but it starts with conversations. It starts with the commentary. It starts with somebody doing something for free, or somebody saying, "I got you," or
100%.
and that's
to a point where it becomes normal, like we're to help in XYZ.
Man, that's. I hope it does. Whoever's listening, y'all stop selling every damn thing. Like, give somebody something. Especially when what you're selling is free. Like, if it's an actual package or a product, I get it because it's tangible. But if it's just something that literally I could just tell you, hey, do you know how to get a house, right? All you gotta do is just do this, and then do that, and then you do that. How does it gain me to charge you from telling you something that somebody told me? I don't own it. It's like crazy.
They always say the game is sold, not told. And I've always been the opposite of that.
Yeah.
If I know it, my brother know it, my family know it, Wick's gonna know it, you gonna know it. I'm not a person that's gonna sell.
Now, if you want me to
knowledge.
walk you through it, now that's different. If you need somebody to hold my hand, I want you to be my mentor and show me how to go do. Okay, well then, that's time. Now we're talking about taking away from something that I normally do to do it with you. But if it's something that doesn't require me and it just requires me to just say it or verbally do one video about it and you'll know, it's one post, it's one video. It could go viral. I can get some monetization off it, whatever, But I just feel like our culture is just we have to do better in those spaces. We have to hold each other accountable in those spaces. In the mental space, like you said, that mental entrapment it goes so deep that we rather look the part than be the part.
I love this.
We rather have the car than
Brittany. We could talk about this all day long.
You rather look the part than actually be the part. So I'm working on being the part. Oh yeah.
It's more than any of that.
Yeah.
When you talk about you put those names out there, you see how they maneuver and how they bring each other up.
Yeah.
But it's like pulling toots. When you try to sit your family down, I ain't got time for that. But it's better to understand and to be understood is how they would respond to you when they have no comprehension. And they're not trying to.
Well, they got their headphones on.
And they're not
These new kids don't even. I've been talking to my nieces. I'm like, "Hello, hello, you hear me? I got my earphones on. What you say?" Yeah. I'm like, "Damn, at the kitchen table, at the dinner table,
absolutely. On the car. Why your music on?" I swear to God, we can't because I can keep going. Because what you were saying, we're piggybacking off of what you were saying. Instead of telling your family, tell friends. Tell coworkers, tell anybody that will listen, because guess what? Your coworkers may listen, your friends may listen, and they may incorporate it in their family, and then their coworkers, friends, or XYZ may tell your family members, and they'll listen and perceive it from them, and then go back to you and be like, cuz I understand what you said. Nigga, I said that, bro. Yeah. But you ain't want to listen to me because it was me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we just keep intertwining and telling our people, it's gonna gather up and pick up. That's how all the rest of these cultures are understanding moving forward, because they've heard it so much that it's normal.
Yeah, and they see it though, and they don't give their kids options. And
it's not an option.
I tell this all the time. Like my daughter, it's like, well, I don't want to play that. Listen, we're not doing the everyday shit. We're not doing the typical. I'm gonna be like. Sometimes if you knew it all, you wouldn't be a kid. If you knew what you were supposed to go do, then you wouldn't need me to navigate you. Now, whatever you decide to do after, but from here, I don't like that kid. And I know that you like that kid, but maybe you don't see what I see in that kid. Yeah. That kid is not a good influence. And you're gonna get to choose your friend in that space. Like if you see her at school, great, but it won't be any personal time spent because that's not cohesive of what I'm trying to build with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to take back that piece too. Just like and we'd be so busy, we don't really have time for our kids. And that'd be the main problem. A lot of us, there are a lot of single parents.
We can blame the kids all day long.
No, that's the kids turn into the grown-ups though.
It's the grown-ups though. That's what we have to educate them in the very beginning. So the middle age, the young adults and stuff like that, they're not trying to educate the ones coming behind them. They're not.
But do they have the knowledge to educate them?
Yeah, I believe they do.
You know the hardest client I have.
A lot of it is at their hands. It's right there in their hands. And
Yeah.
I admire younger people now because they are getting out there and getting money. You got something to go out there and get it.
But you gotta share that knowledge.
Yeah.
And also be a good person as well.
Like, you know, say for example, I was talking to Trap Dickie, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talking to Trap Dickie. I say, Trap Dickie, I say, this is what you do now. Take money, buy your land, or find out who owns land, because I don't know how these folks own this land when this land was free way before they were.
Right.
So that was like deeds and whatever to it. I don't believe that. I think you go find some land, you figure it out, hey,
This mine. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Put your buildings on top of that. Lease them out. Generational wealth. That's how you build it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
It is.
I'm and he was like, you remember he was sitting right
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. It's smart.
Wait, makes sense.
Yeah.
He never had to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
But these are what, if we take the ones right now, like this young man that's on social media now, explain it, talk about everything I just told you.
Mm-hmm. They scroll past that though.
He's getting people.
My platform, a positive platform. I
No.
talk about people buying.
No, not you. I'm saying people. I'm saying like the ones he's saying that get on when they have the people that do the good videos.
Absolutely.
That's trying to share. What I'm saying is a lot of people will scroll past it.
That's what I'm saying. Like my platform.
Oh,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
positive platform.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you know, how you came up,
Right.
the money you spent, how you bought your mama a house,
Right,
a car, how you invested this and that. And people obviously don't want to hear positivity. They much rather hear about the shootings.
You have to say something bad first in front of it.
The baby mama drama.
You gotta say, let me tell you what just went down in an egg town.
Plot twist.
And then plot
this
twist.
artist just bought his mama a new Benz because she
Yes.
had been sacrificed her career.
She was a stripper.
She
Like
was
you gotta
a dancer.
lie. Yeah, you have to do that. And that's I get it. Our culture, we impressed by the bullshit. Like the worse the story is, the better it's impressive to us for some reason.
We got good news. I hate it.
And that's that. But the hardest client I have at work is a Black middle age or older person. That is the hardest person to. And the problem is the gap is education. And I'm like,
100%.
I spend an hour trying to just educate them on what I'm even talking about. Like, and then by the time you get to the end, they're so stubborn. They don't even still want to do it after you explain it because it's foreign. And I'm like, you just had me explain all this shit for an hour, and now you still don't get what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I just gotta think about it. That's just too much. I'm like, we don't want to know. Sometimes we comfortable. We like what we like. We're okay with mediocrity. We're okay barely making it. Sometimes it's just what it is. And it's just, if I see a Black person from Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, I get so frustrated when they come across my screen because I'm like, I already know what this is going to be. Sadly, we are the hardest people to just get information to. I'm like, I'm just trying to explain it. Yeah, but hear me. Just stop. That's not what I was told. I didn't know it. I ain't learned that. We didn't learn it now.
And I'm Black. So
And
I ain't trying to play you. I'm being for real. Yeah.
Yes, it's so sad. I get so it hurts my soul because I'm like, you are just wasting money, ma'am. I promise you waste. Yeah, but I let my son. I always talk to my son before I make decisions. I said, what if your son done?
Oof, don't do
that.
Like
I mean, let's just
don't do him like that. That's too real.
You have a financial advisor on the phone, but you want to call
real.
your son. Like, what the hell is your son gonna tell you?
It's too real.
Why you in the situation you in?
It's too real. I deal with it all the time.
I only trust my son and my daughter. I mean, them is the last two people you need to be trusting, ma'am.
I deal with it all the time.
Respectfully. But anyway, we could, like you said, we go all that. But I appreciate you having me. This is a great conversation.
Absolutely. We can do this all day long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, you know what I'm saying? We definitely got to come back for part 2 now that we've got to know each other and we've talked. The next conversation we can talk about a lot more.
You can come on our podcast and we'll get into some other stuff too.
Let's do it.
Yeah, some more personal.
You know what I'm saying? Where it could be more personal, ain't so introductory. Now we can chop it up. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So I definitely appreciate you so much.
Thank you
For coming on to the Who's Next Music Show. We ain't even chop it up a lot about music.
Ken the Man, I'm on Leo.
Ooh, good one. I like both. I'm gonna say I like both, but at this rate, 2026, Mona Leo been, and I like Stunner for Vegas. I've always liked Stunner for
Okay,
Vegas
okay. The
from
whole
the
family
jump. That's
structure.
been my
Yeah.
dog. You feel me? Before I even knew that they was dating, they
Oh,
even
okay.
married.
Okay.
And then I started hearing her. And then I found out they was married, and I was like, bro, her flow too raw. It's too raw to deny, and it's so progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can she rap, she can sing.
Mm-hmm.
She's
It's a look
super
and everything.
talented.
Mm-hmm.
And Ken the Man is super talented too. And I hate that we put them, I hate that we gotta compare
I mean,
them
they just
to.
both come out of Houston right now. That's the only reason.
And bingo,
Yeah.
but they both raw.
Yeah.
You
I
feel
think
me?
Ken the Man's more raw, but she gives me more underground. He's like a Pimp C, UGK. I mean, it's like some people, they just so raw that it's hard to go commercial
Mhm.
because she don't turn her raw down for shit. And
I
I
love
love it.
I love it.
But
I
it just
love
could only
it. I
go
love it.
to the
I
raw
love it.
people that love the raw shit. And it's like people that don't like raw shit. It's like, no, she's not like, she's an acquired taste. So I think Mona Leo probably has a little bit more traction and she has more bandwidth and more wherewithal throughout mainstream. I think white media will embrace her too. I think she has the look that's embraceable. It's cool.
The look.
She has the
is it.
cool Southern girl look with the
Yeah,
grill, but she's
with
cute.
the grill and the
You know,
pink and all that.
petite.
Yeah.
So I think, and she has a family image. I think she would go. If I had to put my money on one of them, it would be Mona Leo. But I think Ken is raw and gonna always have that Boosie Webby
Absolutely.
fan base where she can
Absolutely.
get booked and rap and everybody gonna sing word for word.
See, it's hard to like give one of them the up. You feel me? Because both of them are good artists.
Yeah, they are. But I shout out to both of them and shout out to all the females in Texas holding it
Absolutely.
down right now. Dallas and Houston, they going
100%,
crazy. And East
100%.
Texas, they going crazy.
100%.
But thank you.
Well, y'all, this is Bior. You feel me? This is Bior Truth. Y'all heard a lot from her. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it so much
Yeah,
for pulling up. This is a great conversation.
thank
We
you.
definitely
Thank
got to
you.
run it
For
back.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? We got to make some stuff happen.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate the hospitality and having a great conversation and
Absolutely.
love your fans, your listeners. So hopefully y'all
Absolutely.
can follow me, Bior Truth, on all social media platforms. Don't take offense to any of my rants. I'm just angry sometimes. And this is the only way that I can be myself. There's a fly that keeps bothering us. But anyway,
Yes.
but thank y'all for tapping in. Hopefully you learn a little bit more about me.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hey, y'all. This is episode 90. We here at the Marvelous Live Wicks again. Don't forget, y'all, every first and third Monday is Raw Comedy Slam, where it's different comedians grace this stage. And it just be like a versus kind of, where different comedians come up and they just spit. It's so funny. It's so raw. Every first and third Monday. Then Fridays is all you can eat Catfish Fridays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make sure y'all pull up.
Tuesdays, Let's Connect Social.
And then Tuesdays, it's a new segment. On Tuesdays is Let's Connect Social, where it's a live band. It's multiple different platforms, creators, whoever you are. Make sure you pull up here on Tuesday nights to mingle, engage, interact with other creators. It's a creative hub. Make sure y'all pull up. You know what I mean? 2405 South Collins Street in Arlington, Texas. I'm your host, Uncle Mike. This is episode 90 of the Who's Next Music Show. And I appreciate my guests for stopping through. And I appreciate you guys. Till next time.
Perfect.